The Londonpreneur Show with Michelle Carter.
Welcome to another episode of The Londonpreneur Show, where I interview a new entrepreneur every Monday and Friday. Today I have a lovely guest, Crystal Carter from Lead Dog. What Crystal does is lead management. Welcome, Crystal.
Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate the opportunity.
So, first question, what gets you out of bed in the morning?
I think the thing that gets me out of bed in the morning now is what I can do to help my customers, my client base. I kind of look at it as a challenge now to get up and do something, number one, that I like to do, but that also is going to help their business. So what can I do today to help somebody else's business thrive?
Very good. So did you always know that you wanted to be an entrepreneur?
I always knew that I wanted to have my own business. I wouldn't say that I knew what that meant at the time. I just knew that I didn't like the parameters that I had to work within in an office environment. I like flex time and being able to do things on my own schedule. So I would say that I just had an opportunity presented itself for me to get going with my business, and that's what launched my kind of career as an entrepreneur.
Can I hear some of the details from that opportunity?
So I was working full-time at a welding company in Woodstock, and I was doing marketing management for that company. And the management team changed, and I wasn't having the opportunity to move forward in the company. So the general manager moved to the U.S., and he knew I was looking for other opportunities, and he invited me to work freelance for him. So he ended up setting me up with an office for the first year that I was in business, and he was my first client, so I worked freelance for them, and they're still a client today.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. So,
and you've been in business now for 11 years.
That's right. I'm in my 11th year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yep.
So can I just go off top of one of my questions here and ask, what do you like most about doing business in London, per se?
The thing I like most about doing business in London is the diversity of people that I get to do business with. There's so many different, it's not just technology, it's not just manufacturing. There's a really neat mix of people to work with here. And I like London as a whole. It's kind of a hybrid between country and city. So you can be busy working in the city, but there's kind of lots of green space here where you can do your personal activities. And
Are you born and raised from London?
Woodstock, actually.
Woodstock.
Yeah.
Very good. What are some of the biggest struggles you have in business?
I think one of the biggest struggles I've had along the way is really identifying who my ideal clients are and how to stay focused on those and not let people tell me what they want me to do, but really build the business that I want to do. Sorry.
So what has been some of the most effective marketing strategies that you've developed for your business?
Because of the background that I have working in a lot of corporate environments, it's really B2B direct selling would be one of my biggest strategies that I continue to use. So I don't do a lot of typical networking things that I probably should do a little more of, but I'm more, if I see the company that I want to work with, I'll just go knock on the door and try and pursue them. That way I'll do my homework and put my sales objective together, and I'll go after that business directly. That's one of my biggest strategies for my business.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you do cold calling as well?
I will never call it cold calling, because I look at whether you're wanting to have a job at a company or whether you're an entrepreneur or self-employed and you need to get some work. It's the same as going to a job interview, in my opinion. So I pick companies. But you
actually search out the companies you want to work with. I
search out the companies. I do my homework on them. I know why they need our services and why I want to work with them. And so I'd go in very prepared. So I never really consider it a cold call. And I reach out with a B2B direct marketing would be part of that strategy, where I'm introducing myself through the mail first and then doing follow-up. So follow-up is
Isn't that
key.
the truth?
Yes, that's
so
the key.
many people keep forgetting that simple point.
Yeah, no, that's critical. Built a business around follow-up.
Any particular low moments that you've had in business, and how did you get through that?
I think Just some personal challenges, low moments. We've been going through a divorce and things like that has really put a damper on life and cash flow and things like that. So I started out and I had ramped up, and then there was a little dip and it's rebuild, and so that was a challenge. I think just staying focused on what your talents are and staying true to yourself is a challenge too. I think as entrepreneurs, we like doing a lot of different things, so it's easily to get persuaded to go in a different direction that may not be, you might like to do it, but it might not be your core strength. So trying to remain focused on getting the right business that truly lets you represent your strengths. I think that's something that
do you have a favorite aspect of doing business, your favorite part?
My favorite part is developing processes that help businesses, but in a sales and marketing capacity. Mm-hmm. So sales and marketing processes are my favorite things, going in and having a look at the business and how they're operating now, and being able to help them identify kind of breakdowns and where we can really improve things to give them a more predictable result from their sales and marketing activities.
Okay, very good. So how is a business like mine, how would I reach out to you for hiring you as a lead manager?
You can reach
us.
You can come in a variety of different ways. My website is markyourterritory.ca, so that's definitely one way. My phone number, LinkedIn. I'm a big fan of LinkedIn. I do a little bit with social media, but a lot of my audience isn't there. Certainly have a Facebook page, Twitter, but good old-fashioned way, the phone or coming in through the website is probably the easiest ways to get a hold of us.
Very good. And is there any mistakes in your business that you might want to share with those thinking of going and following in your footsteps?
I think from a mistake perspective, trying to do everything yourself would be some advice that I would say. Don't try to do everything yourself. Surround yourself with a team of people who can set you up for success, and always hire people that are smarter than you.
Yeah, the solopreneurs.
So that would be something that I would highly recommend. And I think a mistake that it's a lesson that a lot of small businesses I see repeatedly is not staying focused on your sales pipeline and having a sales pipeline, is making sure we get stuck working on the business or working in the business instead of working on the business. So always making sure you have an active prospect pipeline, so you have those leads being nurtured through your system.
Mm-hmm. And do you know some of the tools that are often used to create that?
The best tool that I can recommend for your business is a customer relationship management system, so a database where you can collect your customer information and continue to keep in touch and follow up with those people. If it's in your head, if it's in a notebook, if it's in a file folder, it's not a convenient way to remember to keep in touch with people. You can use some tools like Outlook, and they'll scratch the surface, but a CRM like Salesforce.com or Microsoft Dynamic or Zoho or something like that to get started. It just keeps you very organized, and it allows you to always have a next step associated with that customer or prospect, so that you're keeping in touch with them on a regular basis. It also becomes an asset to your business. So now you have a saleable asset. So if you're thinking of an exit strategy for your business, or if you're building your business to grow it and sell it, having a true database of active people is going to be a saleable asset for your company that has value to a buyer.
Never thought of it that way.
Yeah, completely.
Do you have a favorite tool?
I like Salesforce.com. That's my favorite. Yeah. I start off, it's a very cost-effective way that you can start getting that customer data in one place that you can go to and manage all your information.
Because I know personally it's hard now that I'm getting to know more and more customers. Keeping those relationships in my head is not working because my memory is so short.
Yeah.
So definitely starting a database has been one of the key things that I learned when I met you at the Small Business Center's seminar that they had there.
Okay. Yeah, can't say enough good things about that.
Yeah. And so last question here. Who would be your ideal customer?
Our ideal customer is sales organizations, anyone who has a sales team that is out in the field, and their main goal is staying in front of customers that are looking to generate new business. So they're the hunters. So while they're out hunting, they need someone to support them to manage what they've started, so the active leads. So we stay in touch with the leads, and until they become hot, we can turn them back to sales. Or if there's an opportunity pipeline with aging opportunities, so if there's we work a lot in the home improvement industry, so there's those salesmen are out generating quotes all the time, but then often no one is following up on the quotes, and that's the most expensive money you can spend on your business, is that front end generating the lead. That's the most expensive. The best way that you can be cost effective is making sure you see all those leads through until they become a sale. So working that back end often gets neglected. So that follow up piece is really critical.
And that's where we can go to you.
That's right. That's right. That's what we do.
Great. Oh, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Where's the best way to find more information about you?
You can reach us at 519-659-7263, or you can look us up online at markyourterritory.ca.
Great. I want to thank you so much for watching this week. Again, a thank you to our stylist consultants, Pink Ink, for the wardrobe considerations and makeup. Thank you to Sonia at the salon for my hair today. And also thank you to Susan Dinner for the jewelry art that you see on the show. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.